Hey. My bad. I dropped my battery pack, which hit the live button, the end button, and it went out. My apologies. I hope y'all come back. Let me see if I can get Kip back on. Give me a second so I can send it to him. Let's see. More. Let's see. Guest, invite, clipboard. Okay. Anyway, like we were saying earlier, um, there's a lot of shit that we gotta do. We'll wait for Kip to come back. I already sent it out to him. My apologies again. Actually hit the button. Well, actually, I got the little battery pack to hold it on here to keep it going. I got my laptop with me too, but since I'm washing these comforters, I want to make sure that everybody know that I just didn't stop the live automatically or anything happened to me. I'm still here, live and well, kicking it. Now I'm just waiting for Kip to come on back, and then we continue the show. But this is an open panel, you know. I definitely like to have some thoughts on everybody who think what they can do for their community to see we can at least try make an effort. We can't save them all, but we can get one or two. Maybe another one or two will pass it along. You know what I mean? They'll pass it along. You know what I mean? Because we gotta get our shit together. You know, of course, everybody still can't be saved, but we can still do it. Okay. Well, I sent it to you to your text, bruh. But I drop it. Shit. I don't know if I can drop it on here because there's nowhere for me to type. I won't have to do it on YouTube. Hold on. Um, see, I'm on the phone. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, I'm dropping it in there for you. There you go. All right, so let me go back to StreamYard. And whoever else want to come up, the link is in the chat. I don't know if I got any mods in there. Okay, I'm looking for you, Kip. There he is. There he is.
There it is. We're back.
Yeah, my bad. That was my bad. My bad. Go ahead, continue on now. Continue what you were saying now.
Oh man. Um, wake up, people. We got to wake up. I didn't lost train of thought. I mean, I'm checking time right now. I'm pushing time. But yo, it's like the simple fact, like I took him, like I said, I took him down south, and uh, and the reason I took him down south because I wanted to show them how to become a unit, how to work as one, how to how to work as one. Like lean to your left, you got your brother on your left. Lean to your right, you got your brother on the right. But y'all all one unit, and that team went pretty good. But the simple fact is, when I took him down there, I said, y'all can go to the store, whatever. Like I said, 2 miles up, 2 miles back. But I said, after 6 o'clock, don't go out these doors. They said, come on, coach. I said, all right, y'all be hard headed if you want. If you go to a certain area in North Carolina called Henderson, North Carolina, you ever been to Henderson, Anthony?
Nah, nah, nah.
You go to Henderson, North Carolina, there's not a light pole anywhere to be found. All it is woods and water and stuff like that. That's country country. That's where Henderson, North Carolina is 10 miles away, 10 miles or 3.5 miles from the Virginia line. Now, if you go and read your books, the Underground Railroad went through Henderson, North Carolina. The Underground Railroad went through Virginia. To get to Virginia, you go to Philadelphia, you had to go to North Carolina. To get from North Carolina, you had to go to Virginia. After you get from Virginia, then you had to go to Washington or Maryland and then get up to Philadelphia. That's where the Underground Railroad is. Are we gonna go back to the Underground Railroad? Or are we gonna get smart and wake up and figure out what's really going on so we don't have to start going to the Underground Railroad? And FYI, me and Anthony know about this. There is an Underground Railroad. But that's for a different story at a different time. What we saying to y'all is reach out, help somebody, become an angel, give knowledge. You got knowledge. Give some back so people can give more knowledge to somebody else. Um, like I said, I would love to, whatever his project is, whatever my man is going to do, he don't have to ask me. He know. Let me call my man. Where we going? What time you want me to be there? What you want me to bring? Food, sandwiches, what? What we gonna do? Short sleeves, long sleeves, we rolling up sleeves, what we gonna do? Take a time out. Take time out. I know some people got busy lives. Take time out and just walk and go to a children's hospital. Say, walk up to the children's hospital and walk up to the head of the doctors and head of the nurses and say, "Hi, can I help somebody today? Can I read to somebody today? Can I teach young kids, a story or read a story to a young person who got cancer or leukemia or who got something going on with them?" You would make their day. I reached out to a brother on YouTube. He looks up to me now because he was in a situation where people in school pick on him, people on YouTube pick on him because he was disabled. And he came to me and said, "Yo, I like your channel, I like what you're doing, blah blah blah. We rap, we talk, whatever." And every once in a while, keep going on and say, "Yo, how you doing? What's going on? How's everything? Keep your head up, blah blah blah." Every time I do that, he says I make his day. That's all you gotta do. Make somebody's day. I bet you'll feel better. You'll feel happy. I did something for somebody. I made somebody's day. I feel good. I feel proud. I know you can look yourself in the mirror because you're gonna look yourself in the mirror anytime. Anyway, but make somebody's day better, and then look at your mirror and look in the mirror. I bet you made your day better when they made their day better. If we make each other better, we become better. But if we keep going down the road, we're gonna go down the road. There's not gonna be no future for us to make ourselves better because they don't care if we do or not. Y'all keep, I mean, not y'all. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. If we keep going the way we going, are we going back to wearing ankle bracelets on our ankles and big collars around our necks with chains around our hands, walking in a single line? Or are we going to educate ourselves to be self-employed, have our own businesses, have doctors and lawyers, and presidents, female and male presidents, NBA coaches, and African American NBA coaches, or high school, college coaches, or football coaches, or we going to be let them do what they want to do. Now, y'all say I'm not saying them. Y'all think I'm saying somebody. No, I'm saying everybody, them, not just one race. I'm saying them. This is not a black or white thing. It's everybody. I'm not talking black. I'm not talking white. I'm not talking Jamaican, Puerto Rican. No, everybody. Because I'm not letting somebody walk over me to get ahead of me. If I can educate myself by coming to people like Anthony, coming to people like that are smart minded to learn every single day. Yeah, I graduated high school. I got out of college. But I love to keep learning. You keep learning every day. You learn something new every day. You educate yourself every day. You'll feel better every day. You can give that knowledge back to somebody. You can't give knowledge back to somebody if you don't know your own knowledge. One day, grab your family. Family say, where we going? We're going to the museum. We're going to learn about history. We're going to the park. We're learn about the woods. Let's go fishing. Let's go camping. Because if you really think about it, ladies and gentlemen, my educated people, sooner or later, and it's going to come sooner, there will be no cell phones. There will be no laptops. There will not be no more movie theaters. There will not be no more YouTube, Facebook, social media. It's going to be gone. So what you going to do then? What you going to do then? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It's facts all day, man. It's facts all day. Facts all day. My, I mean, my whole thing is right now is that if we don't try to make some type of difference and get the right track of the, go along, get along game, instead of they following all this foolishness, you know, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna be bad. When everything stops and everybody sit there and they be lost, they gonna try to hunt for the people who's not lost and try to want to get the education then. But then once they get the education, then they're gonna try to get rid of you, because that's how their mind is made. You know, take what you have. You know what I mean? Why I teach you how to fish. The next thing you know, instead of you going to learn and take it back and teach them, teach everybody else how to fish, you're gonna want to steal my stuff. So you're gonna kill me to take my stuff after I teach you how to survive. And it's real sad. I mean, it's real sad, you know. And we got to get them out of that type of mentality. Earn your keep. Right now is, I'd rather just take what's yours and be done with it. and that's not the way it's supposed to be. What you think?
I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Learn, teach, and it's better to teach, not to preach, but it's better to teach so we can educate. Because if we don't educate the next generation, there will be no next generation to educate. Because if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, the next generation are taking each other out left and right every day. You talking about the next generation that's coming up now, and you're talking the generation that hadn't even been born yet. Who they gonna learn from? Because the generation now is taking themselves out, and I think I'm gonna take the blame for it because I'm a baby's age, a baby of 1980 child. So I'm gonna take a little bit of blame for that. Because when we came in in the 80s, we had fun in the 80s. We didn't do all this stuff they doing now. Four men deep in a car, just spraying the place. We didn't have that. We didn't have what you got now. And we don't take these guns off the streets, who's gonna be running the streets? Because they're gonna be killing each other off. And people are gonna sit back and let them do it. Let them do it. We didn't give them the alcohol. We didn't give them all this other stuff. Let them do it. Makes my job easier. Sit back and relax. They taking things away from you. Our music, our faces. Go back. Do your history. They start putting our faces on them and getting on stage. You know what I'm talking about? When they start putting paint on them, on themselves. Different people putting paint on themselves. Getting on stage. When they start taking your dance moves. When they start taking your music. Take, take, take. They don't want to give. It's time to wake up so you can give instead of being taken. Time to wake up. And I'm not preaching, I'm not trying to say that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But if we don't join as a nation, we don't grow as a family, we don't salvation of fruits of our labor, if we don't come together as a village, there will be no village for the younger generation behind us or the younger generation behind the younger generation to have a village to come together for. What I did a song. Anthony has the song that we did. That we got to come together. It's like a we got to come together kind of song. And in the song, I have my nieces and nephews. One of them said, "One day I want to be a doctor. One day I want to be a lawyer." My niece said, "One day I want to be the president of the United States of America." How is that even possible if there will be no America for her to become president too? Because Russia might take it. This could be the United States of China, United States of Russia. You know what I'm saying? United States of Japan. And to hop on another touchy subject, y'all didn't know about the incident with the people in the Olympics, did you? Gymnastic females in the Olympics. Did y'all hear about that one? When they had coaches getting kind of personal with some of the people in the Olympics. When you got teachers touching kids, when you got stuff like that, and these are people that's trying to trying to help your kid. You gotta educate yourself, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all nations. Educate yourself so you can help yourself to help somebody else. If God didn't give bread to everybody when he went to Jerusalem, if he didn't give bread to them, how were they gonna eat?
Right.
If God didn't show them how to get the water how to get the fishes out of the water, or how to get water and drink water, turn water into wine, how y'all gonna drink?
But see, see, this is the thing. We got to get through the basics. We got to get to the basics for people to understand, the importance of learning how to protect and survive, not to go on what just what everybody, like you said, a person come, they hungry, you sit on the bank and you basically just catching fish, and a man come up and he say he's hungry, you want to feed his family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of
Mm-hmm.
course you can sit there and you can be a godsend and and
Mm-hmm.
and and um and give him a whole big old bucket of fish, but then they're only gonna eat for one day, maybe two. But
Mm-hmm.
if you teach him how to fish, do you know what I mean? Now
Right, right.
he not only learn how to fish and feed his family. Now he can teach his sons and teach his daughters how to fish as well, and then continue on. See, that's the go along, get along game you're supposed to be with. That part.
Exactly.
It's the same thing what I
Exactly.
said earlier about certain jobs. Americans complain all the time. Black, white, Spanish. I'm not going to even say Spanish because, except for ones who become too Americanized. Where they come from, their roots from different countries, so they know the hard labor they had to do just for the little bit of money that they get to survive in their own country. So when you getting, minimum wage and they see that it's worth something, but to the people who's here, they look at it as, well, I'd rather not work and get get something that is not even worth, not even living off of, but you'll complain by taking the money that's really not going to help you compared to starting off with a minimum wage job. But you always say there's no job. Then you complain and say, "Oh, this job is full of Africans. This job is full of Jamaicans. This job is full of Haitians. This job is full of all these different type of people." But guess what? Again, if you do your study and you see what they appreciate, it's not the only just the money. It's the fact that where they come from, they didn't have that type of money. So now that they get that type of money and then they grow, because they appreciate what it is. And that's the part that people don't understand. Being a CNA, there's nothing wrong being a CNA. You know what I mean? Some people got to take care of people, again, and then people graduate from there. They go to LPN. Some just like the job. Again, when they come from other countries and they've been taking care of people, and the only thing they've been getting is maybe some food or maybe a couple of things, to help in their country. They don't have monetary stuff, and they take care of other people's families and stuff like that. They don't get money like that here. I mean, there, but here, it's an actual job for it. So it's a joy for them. They're making money and something they enjoy doing. So if they stay at CNA, hey, that's still something that they would, it's their dream job. But you don't belittle them because it's not to your stature, it's not to your liking, or it's not to how much you making. But let me tell you this: if you're getting a welfare check, I guarantee you a CNA make that in one fucking paycheck. That's just facts. And then guess what? And if they get paid every 2 weeks, then they got a second check. But if they get paid every week, they still making more money than what you make on welfare. See that part. And then guess what? While they doing that, they can go to school and get an LPN. Guess what? They got more money in the bank. See what I mean? See, and then guess what? They ain't have to start from scratch because doing the CNA, They already know the job of an LPN. That's a licensed practice nurse. See what I mean?
Yeah,
And after they,
yeah.
get that licensed practice nurse, wow, now they just went from $15 an hour to $30 an hour, right? And guess
You
what? And then
become
they want to,
you become
if they still
FBA.
young and they want to climb, boom, they already halfway there of being a registered nurse. Now they
Yeah.
making what? 80, 80, $90,000 a year, working at either a hospital or start their own practice or anything. See, that's where you grow. That's how you grow. See what I mean? But no, people want instant gratification. You know what I mean? They think everything's supposed to be instant gratification automatically. Oh, I'm supposed to come in. I don't know shit, but I want to make $25 an hour. Why? Because I'm me. I'm American. I'm this. I'm that. No, it don't work that way, Slim. It don't. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Right, Rockwell. Right, right. You have to be appreciated. Yeah, you might see certain people at these locations. Let me tell you a little story real quick, and it's gonna blow your mind. See,
Before you
it,
before you do that, before you do that, I'm gonna say, I got it rock and roll in a little bit, so I'm gonna jump down. But I'm gonna throw this real point out real quick. I would love to teach karate for free if I could. If there's a way I can do that on your little project that you coming up with that, Anthony,
yeah,
I'll teach karate for free. Oh, on that point, let me jump down. Y'all gotta have a blessed night. I gotta get ready to do my thing. You know what I mean?
yep,
So,
gotcha.
so I'm gonna jump
I'm not
down.
gonna stay along either. I want to tell this little story, and then after that, I'm gonna jump off myself because we've been on here for a while.
All right, all right.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Yeah, like I was saying before, um, I want to tell you a little story, and then I'm gonna jump off. I appreciate everybody who came past, everybody who been participating in the show. This is again real talk with K and A, Kip and Anthony. We're gonna try to bring you as much as we can. Also, upcoming, we're gonna be bringing out some real news and politics with my buns there, Rockwell. Also, continue, doing my boss work with the BBK. Whole lot of work we got going on out here, and we're gonna reach. I know we can't save everybody, but we're gonna give some of the people the knowledge that is needed. But let me tell you this story real quick. It was this guy. I still know him today. Actually, it's two different guys, and where they are today, that I had a participation helping. They already ready work type of people. They already had trades and everything. One is Gomez. He's from Ecuador, and he came here illegally. But I mean, he run from his country from being persecuted, because of the wars that was going on down there. But now, what? No, I don't do that stuff. But basically, basically, Gomez, he ran for his country because his country was at war. They already killed his family and everything. So basically, he was by himself. He got an uncle that's still alive and still. I think he's in another part of South America. But that's the only family he still has besides his wife now and kids. And he went through the process and became legal. And but he had a lot of trials and tribulation. Matter of fact, he basically came. He knew how to do carpentry and stuff like that. And basically, I hooked him up with a job. I met him from him bumming a cigarette from me, and he was just talking to me at 7-Eleven trying to get some day labor work. And for me at that time, I was working at Bell Atlantic. I actually was CMP before it turned to Bell Atlantic. I guess I'm showing my age now. Don't worry about that. But anyway, I hooked him up with a job over it's a place called Beef Frank Joy. For people in the in the DC area know what Beef Frank Joy. It's a contract company that does outside construction work. Like in Bell Atlantic, anytime we had to have like problems that's in the ground for communication lines cut or whatever, we had to, get this type of contract company to come and dig up the the ground for us for we can go and fix it, right? So uh, I got Gomez the job. He seemed like a real cool dude. So I was like, boom, call this man, Charlie Driver. Shout out to Charlie Driver if he's still alive. Um, you know, he was a he was a white guy, cool white guy, um, that worked at Beef Joy. He was actually one of the head directors there. And I was like, man, get this man a job, man. He's struggling. He came from a hard place and he need a job. I mean, he applied for his visa, but right now he's still working on it because of what happened, it being at war and everything there. But basically, he need a job so he can get himself together. And from that part, he gave him a job. And once he started working, I stayed in contact with him and to this day. Today, this man married, got kids, got a nice house, nice big 5,000 square foot house. But, he went from doing day labor work that didn't mean he would get paid every day to making minimum wage, digging, working hard. I mean, working hard, hard. Broke his foot, continued to work, and then he built up to save his money. He had to use a lot of money to get his asylum green card, and then after that, then he went from sleeping, from in the car, which I found out later because he took the car that was not hardly working and parked it near the job. And people knew it. I didn't know it at first, but when he had to go get his crew, to dig up for me, he had to he was sleeping in his car. And I didn't even know that. So, I hooked him up with a place that had rented out, what you call those tourist homes. They kind of like almost like a motel, but it's like rooms with what you call it, like they had one kitchen and stuff like that. It's called tourist homes. A lot of older people know that, my age, and you know. But anyway, Gomez, I got him a place up there. This is already he already been working for Beef Joy for like maybe 6 months now. I mean 6 months at the time, and then after he cleared from living in there, and he cleared the thing with the asylum with staying here in the country and got his forever green card. Um, Everything started going up for him. He went and took and applied for school for doing general contracting, and this dude will work 10 hours in the day and still go to school 4 hours at a night for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. A dude that started from working for nothing, did minimum wage for 3 years altogether, but 2 years living in a slumming room, with people breaking and stealing his shit and everything. But he dealt with it until, he put himself through school and boom, what I mean? Once he finished school and, his English was tight and he already know, he had carpentry. Now he got underground, what's it, the underground type of contracting work to do, how to do all that type of work. And now he got a general contracting certification and became an engineer. Now the man went from 50 cents a hour to $110,000 in a matter of 7 years. Then he got married. He bought a house, and now sometimes, I ain't seen him in a couple of years, but I talked to him like maybe 3, 4 months ago. But his house is not that far, but he lives in a very, very exclusive neighborhood. His wife is a lawyer. He helped her. She went from Molly Maid to be a lawyer. Check that out. Molly Maid to a lawyer. So don't tell me that people can't do shit out here. See, you got a lot of people who say, I want to work at McDonald's. I want to work this. I want that. But guess what? They did it. I did it. So why you can't do it? See, that's that bullshit. See, or you rather do the wrong thing to go out here to try to come up. knowing that's not going to lead you either to jail or dead. But you're going to shit on somebody else who do it the right way and complain, oh, they did this and that. Oh, why? Because they work hard. And guess what? They know how to take money and value it and use it the way it's supposed to be used. You know what I mean? They're not sitting there putting on, some Gucci or some Yeezys and all this other mess. They rather put that into a truck. They rather put that into a house. They rather put it into a company. The second thing is a guy named Ramon. Now this guy, he actually was a street dude, but he got tired of it because he lost his brother and he lost his cousin in a drug transaction. And he like, he not doing that shit no more. You know what he did? He took the money that he had and he said, you know what? I want to start a company. It was a two-man company. Him and another dude that he knew. They used to be on the block. And guess what? They used to go out there and do general contracting work, busting up the ground and pouring concrete and everything and making sidewalks and stuff. Guess what? Now he got 15 trucks. 15 trucks. He started off with two. He took his little drug money he had and he started his own company. Now, I don't excuse what he did, but just the fact that it took for him to lose big, his flesh and blood, for him to make a turnaround and make good in his life. And now he's one of the competitive concrete pour companies here in the DMV area. See? See how that works? See how that works? Doc, you know what I mean, Doc? Right. That's how that fucking works. Right. So that's why I always like, going to like, I love the underdog. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's not really the underdog. It's the person who's hungry. You know what I mean? Who's really hungry, hungry in the mind, hungry in the heart. That's the people I like fucking with. Why? Because guess what? They don't have to be that speeding dude, like when you always was it the road runner and the little turtle and no the coyote. The coyote that always sit there and always trying to making tricks and try to catch the road runner and shit, and he be gone, me this and that. But he always trying to do a sneaky way of getting by. But guess what? He always failed at the end. That's why the road runner always run right over his ass. I mean, again, you keep that straight and narrow, you know, you go straight and narrow, you will see everything that's in front of you. But when you're trying to cut to the left, cut to the right, and think you're going to cheat to get to where you're getting to, you're not going to get nowhere. If you think you're going to go from 1 to 30 without going through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and on, then guess what? The same way you jumped over, you're going to miss a lot of shit. And when you miss a lot of shit, that means what? It's shit you don't know. So you're still not going to be worth anything because you don't know everything. You missed a lot of spots. You cut all those places trying to get to the top. And now you have nothing. Again, don't shit on people for them doing it the right way. Don't shit on people who would take the jobs that you quote unquote don't want. Then now a lot of people hollering, oh, we can't get those jobs now. Oh, because now the minimum wage went up. Now there's what, $10, it's $12, something like that an hour. Now motherfuckers want to go to work. But now it's hard because, you got a lot of, different people from different countries that already been doing those jobs. They did it when it was $4 an hour. So now they're doing it when it's $15 an hour. And guess what? They go the extra mile. So you got a lot of them that do the job. Like sometimes you go in the store and you got some icon too that sit there and complain. Like it's our problem that they came to work to a job that they don't want to be at. Well, fix it. See, when you go to some of these other places, guess what? They not only doing the extra mile, hey sir, giving you the customer service, giving you the fucking the shit that you need. They doing everything with the manager. Everybody in there is doing the same shit the manager is doing. And before you know it, 2 years down the line, they all got their own store. And before you know it, they got some type of education with being a manager. And guess what? Now they moved to be a manager somewhere else. See how that works? They climb. They take and start from the bottom and have no problem doing it. See, I don't understand some people here that if you can take and have public assistance, you can have nothing. But then you won't even take a job because you feel like it's beneath you. And you hear so much, it's common. You hear it a lot all over the place. Oh, no, you won't catch me here. You won't catch me there. Okay, well, what you say you're gonna be an engineer without even having a fucking degree? Shoot, engineers who didn't have no work experience, it's hard for them to get jobs. Why? Because they just went straight to school and they thought they're gonna come out and make the banging money. No, you got to know what the fuck you're doing. But if you got people who already been doing it, and then they take and go in school and get certified for it, you can't get mad at them if they already know what they're doing and they come out swinging the bang and got a name for themselves. Why? Because they put in the work, they put in the blood, sweat, and tears. That's how that works. That's how the fuck that works. And people have to understand you. You can't sit there and keep complaining. Oh, the Latinos got on the job, the Africans got on the job, the Jamaicans, the Haitians. I can't be a CNA because the Haitians got all the jobs. I can't get a job at McDonald's because the Latinos got all the jobs. I can't do the construction work because both of them, the Haitians and the Latinos, got all the damn jobs. No, if you hungry, motherfucker, and you hungry in a way, you can talk to a foreman and get a fucking job. I know plenty of foremen, and they know I won't send them nobody unless I know for a fact that they hard working. If they don't work like me, I don't send them. They got to be hungry. I'm sorry, I don't refer people. I had a cousin, that I had an issue with that, and because he was blood, I took, what I thought down, how I felt down just to help get him a job because he said he tired of being in the street life. But that was some bullshit. And I kind of like throwing my name up a little bit. But, they didn't take it upon me. They didn't take it on me because they knew who I am because I helped them. See, that's the thing. Even with kinfolk, you can't sit there and always think it's right. If the person is not going to work just as hard as you, don't refer them to no job because that's going to dirty up your name and your credibility. People got to be hungry. They got to get out of this fucking laziness. They do. And every time I hear somebody some fuck shit, telling me, oh, there's no job. I even seen someone here, just sitting there telling us, oh, we can't get this because the people coming in the country and they taking this and they taking that. Oh, why? Because the job was there when it was empty. You didn't want to take it. But now other people who come from making $10 a week, they feel happy to make $100 a week or $200-300 a week from coming from working 13 hours a day in their own country for $10 a week to making $300 a week. That's a gold mine to them, and they send money home. The same way they live. They can stick to living in one house with a lot of them together. But guess what? That doesn't be forever. A lot of them put the money together, and boom. If everybody put out a $50 and there's 10 people in the house, a 3-bedroom house, and they they got the rent. Matter of fact, and then that's how they buy cars too. They all take one paycheck and buy each other a car. And then once they all said and done, then they all put in money and they get a house. And that's how they do their little climbing. Africans do a little different. They got a thing called a susu, and they build that way instead of doing how the Latinos do it. But it's a growing thing of helping each other. They stick together and help each other. That's how they do it. So I don't give a fuck what anybody think or what they say about me, whatever, or how I feel. Look what's in front of you. Look outside and see what's going on. And you see what the fuck it is. You see what it get. Do your history check and do your check on where these people come from before you open your mouth on them. Because, where they come from, again, it might be beautiful places. You might go on vacations to Cancun and shit like that. And you got the people who's treating you very nice, very well, very respectful, like a whole fucking king. But guess what? Because they there in that resort, They probably making only $100 a month. $100 a month. See, that's the part you don't know. So when they do come here, yes, they are very fucking happy to be at McDonald's making $300 or $400 every 2 weeks. Why? Because they make it $800 a month compared to that $100 a month at home. So now, guess what? Not only did they making that, plus they building to live, and they still sending more money home than they was making. So they send $200 home every payday to keep their house and shit down there going, take care of their family down there. They still winning. Why we can't do that here? Why we can't stick together and do that here? Why we keep getting gentrified, in our cities? And we have, prominent, potential. Everybody not gonna be a rapper. Everybody not gonna be a model. We need engineers. That's why I like Kwame Brown. He makes a fucking point, a very, very big valid point. Everybody's not gonna be a basketball star. But we got these trades out here that's well needed. Not everybody's gonna go to college. But there is plenty of everyday certifications. We need electricians. You know what I mean? We need AC people, AC and heat. We need plumbers. And they don't get it twisted. They make good money. They make damn good money. And if you write the right people, you can make over 6 figures a year. Again, and you become a master in what master license? I think takes 7 years. Shit, a journeyman to a master. Journeyman you makes up to what 90,000 a year. Journeyman shit they climb up. I think the master electrician I seen made the actual work for the federal government 300 grand a year. And he's no different than the motherfucking electrician master who's working out of Roto-Rooter or one of the companies that come and fix your shit in your house. But they make probably like $100 an hour or something like that. Maybe 2 or 3 hours, depends on how the job. Maybe out of a house, probably like what 1,300 or something like that. But the one who work at federal government just sitting in the office all day directing other motherfuckers, he's making $300,000 a year to make his stomach get fat and his jeans to hang off and show a crack of his ass. See how that works? See, people, they don't. It ain't the part they don't know. They just ignorant to a lot of shit, and they always hollering about what the fuck they won't do or what they won't take or what. But guess what? Somebody will. But don't sit there and complain about those fucking people who fucking take it and do it well, and they climb the bigger and better things. But you sit there and holler and scream, "Oh, there's no fucking jobs. Oh, we got people coming and taking all the jobs. Oh, but before they came and took jobs, what the fuck was you doing? Oh, that's right. You was complaining that, oh, it's too less of money. So it's always an excuse. Excuses. Fucking most of these fucking hoods is fucking full of excuses, and it's not only black. You get whites too, whites too, and some of other cultures who was born here. They get around these other ignorant motherfuckers. They think the same way. Oh, I'm not doing this and I'm not taking that. Oh, I'm not doing. Okay. But guess what? Don't get mad at people who do. Don't get mad when they lock it out because guess what? They show themselves to be a very, very hardworking people. Oh, damn. I wasn't even looking in the chat. Whew. Y'all with me on that. I know probably a couple of people. Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't mean to get all deep with y'all, man. I just got stuck in my head, sitting over top of the hood of my car, and people walking past me looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, not looking at me crazy, but yeah, they hear what I'm saying. But yeah, man, just wow. Let me go through these comments. Before I get out. Anybody want to add anything? Y'all want to come up? Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm feeling some type of way because again, from a lot of people that I have helped, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna contact. I'm gonna get my Rolodex, and I'm gonna contact and see if I can get even the guys who don't want to show their face. You know, y'all can take it for what it is, but I know a couple of them probably not going to show their face, and they ain't even into YouTube shit like that. I got a couple of them that's on TikTok, but they not into the YouTube thing like that. But I'm having come up. I'm have an interview with them. I'm gonna sit there and let you hear their story, and you know, and then this is the crazy part too. Let me see how. Let me show you how God works. With the few people I helped get jobs, and they came of not having anything or having less, they have blessed me, and I didn't want to ask for nothing. I have gotten a check in the mail for $6,000 for one guy I helped. Yep, that was Gomez. Gomez gave me 6 grand one Christmas. Matter of fact, 4 years ago for Christmas, he got married. He gave me four. He gave me 6 grand. I opened that damn thing, and it wasn't even a regular check. It was a cashier's check. And he gave me a letter and said, "Dude, yeah, he owed me his life." I'm like, "Dude, that's a little too far. No, you don't owe me your life, man. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm passing it on. That's it. If anything, you can pass. Nah, man, you don't understand. If you just see where I came from, and you see that he said he ain't supposed to be here right now. You know, he lost his family. You know, in his country because of the wars and the drugs. And he said it. He's like, yo, he like, dude, if I can give you more, I would. I'm like, dude, this is too much. He's like, no, that's nothing compared to what I gave him. See, it goes back to teaching a person how to fish, showing them the way. See how that works? That's the testimony. That's how God works. That's how he worked. That's how he do his children. That's how he get it. So it just really trips me out sometimes with people on here and them, not really counting their blessings. You never know what and that's why I always tell you, I don't never worry about people, with the money and stuff like that, because you never know what you do that will affect another person. You never know what the help you do, change a person's whole life. To me, I was just super proud and happy that he went from where he went to, and look where he is now. That's real shit. And I got plenty of friends. As a matter of fact, I think I got a couple of friends listening that's not on YouTube right now. That they listening on YouTube, but they not like content creators and like that. People I know personally, and they will tell you. They will tell you. But I'm gonna bring a few people on here, and they will tell you who I am. I mean, I can grab some people from my Facebook and shoot. I mean, if I want so personal on my Facebook, yo, y'all will see some of the things that people I know and the things I've done. Just helping. It's not a brag because again, I don't even like talking about it. For how long I've been on here, except for some of y'all who, talk to me behind the scenes real deeply, even y'all don't know very much. You know what I mean? Because it's nothing to brag about, but it just feels good just to, I'm an action guy. I like to help people, and I'm not a lot on words. I just do. Always been that way. Always been that way. Let's see, going to be. Well, I appreciate that, Rockwell. But see, that's the thing. I know, God looks out for me. I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm not no saint or nothing like that. I'm still human too. Hey, Quiet Storm, thank you for coming, Quiet Storm. Appreciate you. Yeah, but again, I mean, what I'm talking about tonight is one of the things, and like I said earlier, next year is some things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to show my part. A lot of the people, if they want, they can show, but I'm gonna show you more than I can tell you, on the things I like to do, and even the past things I have done. You know what I mean? I want people to understand and know, you know, it's a whole lot out here. There's a whole lot that you can get. It's a whole lot you can do, and people just have to understand that if you work hard, you can get it. If you don't look at shit like come on, starting from the bottom and all this other shit that it's beneath you and all this other beneath what? I don't see no king, like real royalty kings here in DC or whatever. What's beneath you? You king of the hood? That's what you want to represent, really? Okay, well you can have it. Damn hood boogers, rats and roaches and all that shit. Motherfuckers robbing each other and shit. Damn hood got cars cost more than the damn place that you sleeping in. Fuck out of here, man. Backwards. That's called backwards hustling. I'd rather have some fucking holy shoes in a big fucking house. You can sit there and joan on me if you want to, but yeah, while I'm sitting in a 500 square foot house with fucking 2 acres of land, and you laughing at my bubos. Guess what? I'm laughing at my bubos too, sitting in my pool, my infinity pool, chilling, while you sitting, got raid bottles and shit beside your fucking nightstand and mouse traps and shit all over the motherfucker with your Bugatti sitting outside. The fuck out of here. Marianne, you say it's a repeat? I'm going back up to chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got to talking and going into another little part of my life. Yeah, yeah, y'all know always come and get y'all a little surprise or little things that I have done and accomplished and people I associated with and people I helped and some people who helped me. You know, that's a y'all. When I tell you, I know a lot of business owners. I know a lot of people who in big places and stuff like that. You know, I appreciate that, Rockwell. Appreciate that. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Quiet Storm. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Trust and believe. I understand. Sometimes, hey, I hear some of the other content creators they say, oh, now real people, if they come to support. But I'm saying, if you got 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, how in the fuck you worrying about how many people is actually gonna associate? You should be happy if anybody will sit there and will say, if they just come in and they listen and they like your video and get a watch out, well, guess what? They still appreciate you because they're not saying nothing to you don't mean they don't support you or agree with what you're talking about. If you give them their attention and you're talking to them and they like what you're saying, hey, that watch, I still thank you because again, see, too many people have to have too many. What kills me is People got to be acknowledged on a lot of things. Again, if your numbers are showing you that, hey, which it don't matter to me. My life is still my life. You know, if I can get one of y'all to at least hear what I'm saying, understand what I'm saying, and can pass that information on to somebody that it can help them, or if not, it can help you. You know what I mean? I done my job. I done my job, and that's what matters to me. But you got people, some people on here, and some of the people I talk to as well. You know, nobody in this chat, but it's just some people that I talk to. You know, that not behind the scenes. But I'm talking about on like some content creators when I go on anything, and you just hear and listen to them. You know, they have a nice amount of people. You know what I mean? But then they still gotta have that instant gratification, like it's a high or something. Well, I got all these people following me. Okay, we got these people following you. Why you not put them in the right direction? Again, why you not teaching them something? That's why I like watching the fishing channels, the sailing channels, and stuff like that. Something that's very inspiring, something I want to do, somewhere I want to go, something I want to do. That's why they got those big numbers because they giving something that is not only going to be something that you can just enjoy watching. If you're able-bodied and you something you want to do, then guess what? They giving you the tools. They showing you what to do and how. See, sometimes you can get an education and you ain't got to go to a big old school. Sometimes you get an education that will actually make you millions of dollars and you ain't stuck one foot in the college. Again, it all depends on what you like and what you want to do with yourself and how to get it. That's one thing I would say with social media that, yeah, you got a lot of fuck shit with it, but also you got a lot of great things with it too. It's what you go and get for yourself is the question. Period. Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And see, this is why I say that I'm one of the original ones who really like the homegrown my channel. Is James Guy? He came here earlier. He likes music and also I like how what he does. He a white guy, but he's really cool and he grows people channel. But see, I'm an organic guy. I want people. Yeah, I like some people. Some new people to come in and check it out. But I want people like when I see you guys, familiar faces. So when I get up to a certain amount of people, which they will come, but once I get to some, I want to still know you guys. I want to still know, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna forget you guys. I'm just saying the more people I get, I still want to know everybody who comes in my chat. So when I do get up to big numbers, I know who all these people are. You know what I mean? Genuine people. So if I have 1,000 people subscribe to me, at least 600, 700 of them will be regularly coming in my chat. See what I'm saying? Not just, get a quick 1,000 and then you only got 100, 200, maybe three at the most that's going to come in your chat. I'm not for the monetization and all that because it's a bunch of crap. That's not a bunch of crap. Let me take that back. It's not a bunch of crap. It's actually an appreciation for what you're doing. But you got a lot of people on here to do it and to get the check. And when they find out what it is, they be like, oh, it's really not that. Money is money, and it's good to have something. If you can pay your cell phone bill, whatever, cool, do your thing. But my thing is, if you're looking at it, it's going to be like some super thing, then you got to do some super content. And mostly fuck shit is not going to get you, especially in the B sector, it's not going to get you nowhere near that. I mean, even the top dogs in here, Sean Bradley, Five Babe, and Brianna, Simone, Tim Blaine, and the big heavy hitters up here. They really not make. If you put it just on monetization, they not making no money. They making money on everything else. I mean, let's keep it real. It is what it is. And not of the names I say, you have a few out there, that give, back to their people, and you have some that don't, and then you have some that, they're about self, and then you got some is about, just talking, you know. Everybody has their type of pleasure, but my whole point is, if you can hold a big audience, always try to make something positive to take along with them. Even with the old TV shows we used to watch, you know, I mean, if you go back in the '80s, they always had a message on a lot of shows they used to watch. From Dynasty to Knots Landing, and what else? Saint Elsewhere and Friends, and who else? ER. They always had something to, it had drama in it, but you always got a message at the end of it, either directly or indirectly. Y'all know the shows I'm talking about. I see y'all. I'm telling all y'all age. Oh man. Yeah. There you go. I learned a lot on both live catfish. They had to catch up. Yeah, catch mud and grass. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. That's the thing. And people don't even know that. People don't even pay attention to that. That you can catch a catfish with a little bit of mud and some grass. I mean, you even look at some of the little fake they call it rigs, like little rigs and jigs. They actually make little, and you take it come across the water, because catfish they bottom feeders and they eat anything. So if you got something and if it's moving, they're gonna want to know what it is. And how they know about it is they come up and basically they jump up and fucking and they bite into it. And you got a hook in the middle of it, and you got you a big ass catfish. And it might be a little tough to to skin a catfish. You need some pliers, maybe a little salt to break through the first layer. But once you get that skin off, shit, catfish some good eating. Some catfish nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Get some olive oil. Get you some mince up some garlic. You know what I mean? Some butter. Ooh, throw it on the grill with some pepper. Get that coarse pepper and crackle it up there real quick. Lightly fried on each side. Boom. Once it's done, put on your plate. You know, take and squeeze a lemon or some lime on top of that. You got some good eating there. Good eating. I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out. Get on out. But I definitely love chopping it up with y'all today. And y'all definitely gonna have more coming. Definitely gonna have more coming. I wanna definitely get some of the guys that I help. Matter of fact, I might start at work with a couple of people I trained to be my supervisor, because I ain't want to become supervisor, but I'm supervisor now. But I ain't want to be supervisor. But I trained like 3 people before me, so I wouldn't have to be supervisor to become my supervisor. And now two of them are managers now, and one he's still um, now he got his own area that he's doing. He's on the other side of the hill now, and he's supervising that area. So, but now, and the sad part is, even though I made them supervisors, so I won't have to be, but now I'm all over them. So even when I try to escape, I'm put in they con me into a bigger position. So, but then that depends on how long it lasts too, because that thing that's coming up in November, we're gonna see how that play out, because I can't really say right now, but it's a lot of yes and a lot of no, and a lot of yes, a lot of no on how this thing gonna play out in November. Because almost like what Texas said, Texas said they not going with the president. They when he put in that order, for federal, um, basically Texas said no. The governor said he's not going with it. Same with Hawaii and same couple few other states. They say they're not going with it. You know, if they do that, that's going to cut their workforce by 3/4. So they're going to be in a deeper hole. They're trying to get out of the hole from the 2020. So now you making it even worse, which he's cutting his nose despite his face. So it's like he really don't know what he's asking for. So we're gonna see how this thing happen in November. I mean, if anything, if I don't have no job, then I'm always gonna get money. Trust and believe. The boy got his captain license. Now he's gonna go get the boat, and I can charter. Shit, there's always ways to make money. Like I said before, trust always. But again, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And thank you for coming by. Uh, replay crew. I hope y'all enjoyed it just as much as everybody else have, and I hope y'all get something from it. Y'all got any questions? You got any topics you want to talk about? You can email me fmcnail92@gmail or I Outlook. It's on my about page. Also, you can drop some comments in there. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, same for the people who watch this later on. And also, please like the video. Like the video. Or not. But I prefer like. But I mean, either way, either or, you know, it's still engagement. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be peaceful. Peace and love. All right. Later.